Sliding Whiteboard, episode 2. I got Matt, I got Dan. You know me, I'm Frank. What we talking about, boys? Let's get it started.
I'll give a little rundown of what we're talking about. We're talking about Cheesin', So Woozy collab with a bunch of other artists: Gus Dapperton, Callie Uchis, Travis Scott, The Scotts, James Blake, Earl Sweatshirt, Luke Diamond, Isaiah Rashad, Lil Baby, Mir Fontaine, Smino, and Don Toliver. And it's a shitload of music, but I think we'll start off with the singles. And the first single that I have here is the song Cheesin'. And that song Cheesin' is a collab with a whole bunch of artists. It's a collab with Cautious Clay, Remy Wolf, Still Woozy, Claude, Melanie Faye, WXNS, and there's someone else that I like, but I can't. Sophie Myers. And yeah, for me personally, that track it's very like summer vibe song. I really like the Cautious Clay chorus. He was like very vibey, and Still Woozy, I like a lot of his work, and he just came in seamlessly with a small verse, and I kind of was bobbing my head throughout the whole time.
Yeah, I thought it was a real nice, catchy song. I mean, nothing really to write home about, but you also told me it was a COVID relief track too, like the proceeds were going to that or something.
Yeah, they all teamed up together, and you can donate on this website, but pretty sure most of the proceeds or almost all is going to a COVID relief fund. Not sure where, but it's kind of amazing how the song came about. It probably came about so quick, like all this month, and doing it, and they're donating all the proceeds to it. And they also have it's like not a GoFundMe, but a fundraising page where you guys can donate or anyone can donate.
That's pretty cool. So go check that out. But overall, it's just a good song for a good cause, and I liked it a lot.
Yep, same here. I just thought it was bedroom pop kind of vibe going on. Claro kind of vibe going on. She could have
Go
definitely
home. Go home.
Go home.
Go home.
What?
Don't disrespect bedroom pop, because I know you said it in a negative tone.
Not at all. I was telling the truth, bro. Nothing wrong with bedroom pop. I love bedroom pop. I love Claro. You know that.
Yeah, I know. He put me on the Claro. That's something that.
Let's take it down a notch, you know. All right.
Remy Wolf was also on the track, and I like a couple of her songs. She also has a pretty good verse. It's like the girl towards the end of the song. And another song, another single that I put in here was the Gus Dapperton single, First Aid. And I'll start off by saying it not my favorite Gus Dapperton track, but I enjoyed it. Nothing I'd definitely not my favorite, but I still enjoyed it. And I feel like it could be played at a coming of age movie. And I think his sisters came in with like backup vocals on the track. And it's another COVID relief fund track where he adds merch for this one song, and all the money going to the song I know is going to a COVID. Another track for another good cause.
Personally, I thought it definitely wasn't my favorite track. I thought it was a little long, and something I was confused about. Like in the lyrics, he kept mentioning whatever the runt was. Like he has 2 lines. He says, "I pledge my love to the runt. I mend my cuts for the runt." Like, do you guys know what that is? Am I missing something here?
No clue.
No. At the end, he said something about like splitting his wrists. So I think it meant like it was like a sad song, like a depression type song.
Definitely a sad song, because I have he wrote "I'm too atheist to pray for my life," and that's some real sad boy hour stuff going on.
Yeah, you see, I still love a lot of his music. I'm rapping right now. I'm gonna show it in the camera.
Sick.
T-pose.
But yeah, I enjoyed the track. I know it's not gonna be for everyone, but yeah, that's the Gus Dapperton First Aid track, Good Cause. And do you guys have any other comments on that?
Nah.
Yeah, summer night music, definitely summer vibe going
on. Do you guys want to bring up one of those other singles? Any other single you got on there?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I guess we'll go for the big fish right now. The Scots. I mean, I thought this shit was gas. I can't lie. They definitely have a collab album on the way. Kid Cudi kind of hinted at that on Twitter. I think this is the best song Travis and Cudi have together. I think a close second is Baptized in Fire off Passion Pain and Demon Slaying. But this, the outro reminds me of Highest in the Room. They complement each other so well, the way they trade off on the verse and the Cudi hums. I mean, you can't go wrong with Kid Cudi hums. They make you want to have your soul leave your body and ascend into heaven. Only complaint is that it was a little short, but I'm open to discussion.
Yeah, no, it was definitely short. Minute 30, I think it was.
Yeah.
Running. No, but that song was 100% gas.
Anything else, Frank?
It was on Fortnite. We could get into that. It's pretty interesting. Pretty fucking fire.
So, I want to play devil's advocate and say "Through the Night" is probably their best song.
I
I'll
like
argue.
it too, but I think Birds gets lost in a lot of Travis's other discography.
No, yeah, but the Kid Cudi and Travis, I think that's their best song together. My personal opinion.
I think it's Through the Late Night, Baptized in Fire, then this one.
Okay, I agree with Grant. I mean, I agree with Frank.
Maybe I'm just getting caught up in the hype, but maybe I'll change my in 2 weeks. In 2 pods from now, we'll come back and we'll revisit my opinion.
Well, yeah, it's a very good track. And the thing about the Fortnite concert, I know I saw it. I don't know, pretty sure you guys saw it. I was on the controller and I had my headphones plugged in. It was pretty sick. I did not expect it to be as interactive as it was. I didn't expect the concert to be fun because usually I'm against anything that Fortnite because it's got a bad connotation to it. And I'm not gonna lie, I usually don't like his merch, but I took a look at his merch and the gaming jersey was really nice. His other shirts are really nice, but the one thing that really threw me off was it had a fucking Fortnite logo on.
Yeah, it ruined it.
All that shit had Fortnite logos on it.
I'm not walking around with no Fortnite logo on my shirt. Nope. Can't do it.
I did end up buying something. I know Dan did too, but I ended up splitting shipping with Chris, my friend Chris, that was on here last week. He ended up buying the action figure, and Matt Cap, we're all Chris put us in that group chat, and Matt Cap's kind of right. Chris bought a McDonald's action figure for $90 with shipping.
It was pretty cool though, because I mean, to play devil's advocate, I saw in Frank's notes, it kind of reminded me of the 90210 music video.
Yeah, that part was sick.
Yeah. Thought the action figure reminded me of that too. I wouldn't personally buy it myself, especially because it's $75 and I don't have that kind of money to spend on.
What about the Nerf gun?
Nerf gun, nope. That was $65 too.
Yeah, no, that was a little too much. I stayed humble and bought the cassette, even though for a single I would have spent $14 for a single, but whatever.
What about the resale value though? You think
Yeah,
those are gonna
just release more today.
He did release more merch today, but I don't think he released any more like picture disc or CD or something.
No, he did because they're alternate covers. New 7-inch, new 12-inch, and a new cassette.
What? No way.
It's like beige and red. Yeah.
No way. I literally
saw it right before we came on.
I was on at 1:00, and I know he released a new one at 12.
It was like 2 hours ago, I think.
Yeah, I got an email. Actually, I got the email at 7:08, and it's 9:54 right now.
Oh yeah, okay, I see it. Well, I kind of like this new color. Not
I like
gonna lie.
color better. I like this one better than it was pink and green, right?
Also, Cudi collab and also Cause collabed on the artwork. Really cool.
Pretty dope.
We got the X and the eyes. That was pretty cool about the track. So yeah, I got the cassette, the green and pink one, but kind of upset I didn't wait for this one, but can't get it all.
You never know.
But I what Frank was saying about resale, I have the Heist in the Room cassette, the one where the alternate cover where it says, she's something in my mind. I can't even think of the lyrics right now.
Fill my mind up with ideas.
Yeah, that one, and I think it's going for 55 on Discogs, or at least the most sale. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all my notes for the Travis Scott and Kid Cudi to Scott. No.
Yeah, same. That's all I got to.
Yep, same here.
So we'll go to one that I didn't really like too much is the Earl Sweatshirt single. First time I listened to it, I was listening to it while I was running, and I don't know why it kept me going. It was pretty fast paced when I first heard it. I think I don't know what it was, but the second and third time, I liked it. I didn't like it as much anymore, and I kept disliking it every single time I listened. But I don't know. I don't think I'll put it on a playlist or listen to it again. But it just felt so slow and it just drawn out. I don't know. Wasn't my cup of tea.
I actually really like this song. For a lot of the guys out there whoever's listening, if you like lyrical stuff like me, this is definitely right in your wheelhouse. This track was actually produced by Alchemist. I thought this was a lot more classic Earl. It was going back to some of his earlier sounds. I really didn't like his last album, Some Rap Songs. It was experimental. It just wasn't my cup of tea, I guess. But on this track, the lyrics are pretty cool. I guess not cool once you read them out. They kind of related to the situation we're in right now. The one line he had, "The world around me steady crumbling." I guess kind of talking about all the shit going on with coronavirus. And one thing I just wanted to point out about Earl, he's got like an insane vocabulary for a rapper. I mean, he's using words in this song like effervescence and incarnations. Like, I don't even know what those words mean. This sounds stupid when I say that, but like, I still don't know what they mean, even in the context of the song.
It's all right. Stan Allen doesn't know what they mean either. It's okay.
All right. Well, anyway, I really like this song too. I mean, it's really like what Dan said. It's going back to kind of classic Earl, like the 2015. I don't like shit
Wait.
outside.
Do you know what those words meant?
What's up?
Do you know what those words meant?
Fuck you, man. Anyway, yeah, like I was saying, this is probably the closest we got to like older style Earl Sweatshirt because, like you said, the last couple projects he put out were more experimental. But I really liked his verse. I wasn't too crazy about Max, so I never really heard of him.
All right.
At first, when I saw the title, I thought it was going to be Maxo Cream.
Yeah, same here.
I didn't think him and Earl would complement each other very well, but.
So, going on to another single, or unless am I cutting you guys off, or are we good?
No, you're good.
Isaiah Rashad, Why Worry? And I went on Genius to read the lyrics along to it. And fun fact, this song was actually recorded in 2017, and he just released it this Friday. And I have something written down where it says, on the second verse, he says, "What about our friendship? What about our kinship?" That was probably my favorite line. Like, also the way he said it, like the way he came in, it was after like a beat break off. But the beat was pretty good. Didn't have much bad to say about it. It felt a little short at first. It felt like it could have had another verse on it, but yeah, nothing really bad. Something where I'll end up listening to again. But yeah,
I thought it was a solid track overall. Just thought I'd throw in there. This is his first song in 4 years since he dropped the Sun's Tirade, which happened to be one of my Sun's Tirade actually ended up being probably one of my favorite albums of the past decade. But even though the song is from 2017, a year after the Sun's Tirade, the lyrical content is a lot similar to what I thought was on the Sun's Tirade. So I wouldn't have been surprised if he wrote this kind of in the same time frame when he was recording the Sun's Tirade. Something I kind of wanted to point out. But this news track plus the new Ab Soul freestyle that dropped means that TDE season is definitely upon us.
Yeah, once it rains, it pours.
Yeah. I mean, last cycle, I guess. I mean, Ab-Soul, Isaiah Rashad, Kendrick, and Schoolboy Q all dropped albums within 1 year of each other.
I never really actually noticed that they all drop it at the same time. But yeah, they do. I never really thought about that.
Plus SZA too.
You got something on the Isaiah Rashad?
Nah, I just really think might have been a throwaway from the Suns tirade. That's what I'm thinking. Because like Dan said, it really did sound the same kind of style and flow.
He might have had like the lyrics written down from there, but I think he actually recorded it afterwards, but he was still in that same era. Like I feel like artists go through eras when they record their music, and like he was still in that type of mentality probably from the album he previously released.
Yeah, I feel like whatever he releases now, it's just gonna kind of show his progression since then, and this is just gonna be more in, like you said, in that era of Isaiah Rashad.
Yeah. Next topic of discussion, the Lil Baby All In single. I'll start off saying I usually don't like Little Baby songs. I like his features, but I actually like this song. I caught myself like bobbing my head to it, but it was a fun song to listen to. Like I don't know, I would definitely listen to it again, and that's it.
I thought there was a decent hook, and I thought it was a little different for Lil Baby. I kind of appreciated he was trying something, but just for me, it kind of seemed like a dime a dozen song. We'll probably hear something like that next week and the week after that too.
Yeah, no, I agree. It was just like a typical Little Baby song, but one thing that caught my attention was the line where he's talking about going to the Knicks game and he goes, "I don't even know no players." I just thought that was pretty fucked up. But
But,
I mean,
but
they suck.
is he wrong? Is he wrong?
I can't name the starting five right now. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't think anyone can name the starting five in the past 5 seasons.
It is what it is. But
They're playing the Garden though.
they do play in the Garden. They do play in the Garden.
The one thing they have.
One thing they got.
Now, the last single that I have here is the James Blake single, "You're Too Precious." The first minute was all instrumental. I personally like this type of style of music. I like Bon Iver. James Blake is very similar to Bon Iver, and it was really good. But I'm not gonna lie, like he's collabed with rappers before, and I felt he could have had a rapper on the first minute of the track. Like it felt like open space that he definitely could have used. But it still sounded it sounded pleasing to me. But I know someone else who like I feel like needs to hear some like vocals early on would definitely enjoy a rapper or something else on it. And then when he comes in, I think he kills it with his singing. I've always liked his singing. I've always liked his style. And towards the end, when he like lays off the auto tune and it's him, and it cuts down to him and the piano, it just reminded me of like his signature sound from the previous that he released, Assume Form. And I usually I don't have any other ratings down for singles, but for this one I wrote down 8 out of 10. So I'll leave it at that.
In my opinion, I mean, going off your first point, I just didn't think the song felt completely finished. It was a little messy, and I thought the production and the lyrics were both very simplistic. And the only other thing I have to say is one lyric that stuck out to me, which I thought was a little weird. He said, "I'd take the hair in your food." So I'm just gonna leave that there and do what you will with that.
What are you smiling about?
I don't know, man. You're gonna
You have anything on the James Blake?
I wasn't really too crazy about it. I really can't see myself listening to that again. But chill song, I guess. Not really
All
a
right,
big.
Frank.
I'm not a big James Blake guy. I only know him from
The song with Travis? Yeah.
Yeah.
Figured.
Yeah. So
Figured.
He was on Stop Trying to Be God too, wasn't he?
Bro, he produced most of Frank Ocean's songs.
yeah.
Really? I didn't know that.
He produces most of Frank Ocean's songs. So like
Did he do Nights?
yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Like he started off his career as a producer and then he did his own shit.
Kind of like Travis then.
Yeah, but like Travis is more like beats, 808s. He's more of like music
Synths
like
and stuff.
yeah, synths and pianos and stuff like that.
That's pretty cool. I didn't know that.
He produces a lot of music. You'd be surprised. Like him and Bon Iver are like two of the producers that I like look out for because like you'd be like Bon Iver is on Yeezus, Bon Iver is on like so many of Kanye tracks. And he's like a signature like auto tune that Kanye uses, and even on Chance, like him and like Francis in the Lights, they all have like this sound. But I think that's it for the singles, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was it.
And now we're gonna go to EPs, mixtapes, and then we'll do later on. We'll do the spotlight. 3 artists. So then, do you guys want to pick which one you guys want to go first for EP, mixtape, whatever?
Why don't we start with Cali Uchis because we were all feeling that.
Cali Uchis.
Cali,
Uchis.
Cali, if you're listening, you're welcome on anytime. Anytime. I mean, anytime.
Who
Like,
wants to kick it off? Who wants to kick it off on the music without really?
I feel a little hot and bothered right now, but I mean, overall, the EP's titled "To Feel Alive." I thought it was a nice EP, just giving us a little preview of where she's heading artistically. This is only the second time we've gotten new music from her since her album Isolation 2 years ago. Last year, obviously, we got her single Solita. Overall, I mean, it's obviously not her best work, but it's just giving us a little taste, I guess, of what's upcoming in her album. One line I thought was pretty cool off the song Angel. She said, "You're just like a drug. Can I be your Pablo Escobar?" Because both of them two are Colombian, so I don't know. I just thought it was pretty funny.
I had a feeling someone was gonna point that out. I have all the lyrics, and I'll hop in if you guys say it. But Frank,
What's up?
I'll hop in on other lyrics if you guys say any lyrics that I've written down. But what do you have?
Yeah. I mean, I really like this EP, and it's really not the kind of music I really listen to. But I Want What was probably the favorite song for me off of it. And she goes, "I hope you pin me to the wall like a painting," and I just a lot of thoughts came into my head from that.
Let me finish that because that's on the third track, and I have that written down too. Hope you pin me to the wall like a painting. I want a kiss on my neck, warm. I just want some head and a few wet kisses to make it all better. That's power.
Don't we
Is it
all
hot in here?
That's power because she knows what she's got and what she can do with that. So respect, kudos to her. She knows what she got.
I'm a little flustered.
Oh wait, and then another one is another lyric off that is, and now a new man treat me better than you did, get my pussy wetter than you did.
Oh damn! That man punching the air right now. Somewhere crying in the corner. Shit.
I wonder if his name is.
His name is not Frank, because I would never disrespect the queen. All right.
No, I have a track by track like of notable lyrics and notes. So for the first track, I have, she says, "Treat me like a queen. He knows his pussy royalty. Compliment my style and say you love my energy." Had that as a notable
Amen.
line. Second track, I don't have any lyrics for the second track, but I really enjoyed it. I felt like it could have been longer, but I was okay with the 2 minutes and 20 seconds. Like I was fine. Like I enjoyed it. And going back to what Dan said, definitely not her best work, but I very much enjoyed it. Like it was very. I see myself putting this on playlist and listening to it again. Like even just, what was it, like 15 minutes, 12 minutes, the whole thing?
Yeah, I think it was like somewhere between 12 and 15.
Yeah. And then on the last track, I have, she shows off her vocals and talks about how she's always gotten back when someone tried to put her down. And I think that it's either the third song or the fourth song that were my favorite. I forget which one. I think the ending of the fourth song was like a good ending to the EP when she kind of just breaks it down. It's a little more simplistic than like the rest of the album, so I thought it was a good ending to the EP. But yeah, I think we can all say we all enjoyed that album. And I don't know. I was waiting. Not that I was waiting for more, but I needed something from her because I've been listening to the Isolation album by her so much. It's my comment.
Yeah, this is, I mean, I said it before. This is just her giving us a little taste before she goes in album mode.
Mode is right. And then next EP is, or mixtape, right? Smino.
Smino.
Shmeen. She
St.
Already
Louis.
Decided EP. This is only on SoundCloud.
This is a mixtape, actually. Check your
Mixtape.
facts.
I have EP, but I'm pretty sure I said mixtape right before I said EP. But yeah, I have a track by. I have like a couple notes on a couple tracks, and I'll hop in if once you guys start going.
I thought the beats on, like, obviously not the remixes or the freestyles, I mean, but I thought the beats on this were disgusting. Like, absolutely disgusting.
Let's clarify. When you say disgusting, we mean good. We mean we like it.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
there's some
In a good way.
listeners, yeah, in a good way. I'll try to catch us when we say shit like that, because obviously there's some people that won't understand our lingo, and we all have like separate lingos as well. But yeah, sorry to cut you off.
It's not okay. But I mean, the intro track, like the beat, the 808s were hitting different, and Smino's vocals were on point, and it was a lot of a better flow than what I expected from him on that track. I don't know why, but the only gripe I guess I have with the album is that I thought some tracks could definitely be longer, like Sad Little Intro. I guess that's an intro, but Got a List and Popeyes. I thought the Popeyes beat was the best one on the entire mixtape.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Popeyes, I love the beat on it, but it sounded like a beat I've heard before. I just couldn't put my finger on it because I listened to it 3 times or twice. When I heard Popeyes again, I was like, I've heard this beat before. It sounded like it was from somewhere, but obviously Genius still doesn't have everything up yet, so I couldn't figure it out. But it sounded like a beat I've heard before. But I still liked it. I'm not discrediting it in any way. I just felt like it was from somewhere. Or maybe it took inspiration from somewhere. I have no clue.
It very well might have, because later on this mixtape, he was doing a lot of freestyles over popular tracks, like the Cabbage freestyle. It was over that one Megan Thee Stallion like TikTok song, the one where like
It's called
girls,
Savage. I'm a
girls are
savage.
throwing their asses around on TikTok. Just disgusting. Not
Frank,
in a
why
good
is-
way. Disgusting, not in a good way.
Frank, why are you smiling like that when he said throwing asses up?
No reason. I am a fan of seeing asses on my
Cancel.
TikTok. So
I hope you check how old they are on TikTok.
oh, yeah,
Dangerous app.
it is a dangerous app, but it's fun. It's okay. Addison Ray, you're welcome on the podcast. Anytime.
Kaylee Altman,
Kaylee Oldman as well.
I'm begging you. Oh, he also freestyled over the box beat, which honestly was my favorite track on the whole thing. I liked. I mean, it was only off my first listen, and I have these notes down, but I liked it. I like it now better than I do the box. Like
Yeah,
itself.
I actually had that down as a favorite track from the mixtape as well. Like his flow is coming pretty nice. Like it wasn't like distinctly different, but it was different from the original song, and it came in nice. Like the flow was nice, and that was my favorite song off the. Frank, what about you?
I like Popeyes the best, but you guys kind of got into that already. But something that got me was I dipped the chicken, then I hit the bacon head. I keep the bacon. That shit kind of fucking crazy in my opinion.
Smino's kind of got a crazy vocabulary too.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's like rigorous, like if it's like very. I don't know the word. I'm trying to on him for his lyrics, but I can't even think. Can't even. It's just
definitely
not,
like I feel like you could definitely hear like his southern influence in the way he raps and the way he sings and shit.
yeah, like it's very different. Like it's not words I would think would be used in rap songs. Like he makes it like flow together, sound nice, and it was good. And going back, I'm backtracking right now to Fronto Isley. It's a good track, and like it's the first track on the mixtape, and it just felt like I thought it was a good opening track because it just reminded me of like classic Smino like vibe. I don't know. It felt like it was just good intro song. And then you talked about Cabbage freestyle. Then I said good old Julio. Like I had that song as I liked it too. And then the end of the track was fun to listen to. Black Soda freestyle was another TikTok song where he's freestyling. Jamie Box, and then Clink remix with T-Pain.
T-Pain was perfect on that, I think.
You know, he came in nice. They complimented each other very well. I like the song. I don't know if I like it better than the original, but I did like the song. I think I'll figure that out more with more listens. But I don't know. I've liked Clink since when Dan put me on. That was probably the first Smino song he put me on. Either that or Tequila.
Yeah, it was either that or Tequila Mockingbird.
Yeah,
Those were the early days of when I knew you.
Yeah, those were the early days. I literally was like, "Yo, put me on to something."
Yeah,
I'm-
dude, he held me at gunpoint. I was like, please put me onto something. I had
Bro,
no
I
other
was
choice.
beyond bored. Even then, I was like, I need something new to listen to. I was probably only listening to like Brockhampton and Claro. So give me a fucking break.
Yeah, you wore a Brockhampton shirt to class every other day.
All right, Frank, you got anything to say?
What's the next topic? What we got going? All right, so every week we wanted to talk about a different album that like a past album. So this week we did Flower Boy by Tyler the Creator. My opinion, this is one of Tyler's best albums, one of the best albums of the last decade, probably. I think it's gotten even better over time. The features from Rex Orange County, Frank Ocean, Jaden Smith, Cali Uchis, they flow together with Tyler's vibe and his sound. And honestly, my favorite song off of this tape was probably "Where This Flower
Hold up. Finish.
Where This Flower Blooms." Blooms with Frank Ocean.
I thought you were gonna say "Who Dat Boy."
Nah, fuck no. I actually hate that song.
Really?
Wow.
Really don't like that song. Hot take. Crucify me.
It comes in hot. It comes in really hot. I really like that about that song. Like it
It comes in hot, but I just can't find myself listening to it. Just can't do it. I don't know
It
why.
was dope, especially when Matt and I were at the concert at the Garden where Tyler brought out Rocky like his first few days after prison, and they came out and performed "Who Dat Boy." That shit was live.
that was crazy too. One thing I will talk about that concert is Frank Ocean was there and did not fucking jump on stage or grab a mic or nothing. Like really?
Walk through the crowd and everything.
You're at a sold out crowd in MSG, and you're watching your boy Tyler go up. And this is after he just got his first platinum album, Igor. Remember
It
he was
sold
like,
out the Garden too.
and I was like, you really can't go up there? Like, come on. I was hurt by it.
I swore he was going to come out because I was seeing pictures of him there and everything. And then Where This Flower Blooms comes on, and there's a little bit of a pause, and I'm like, oh, he's got to be coming on stage now. Nope, just the fucking crowd's got to sing Frank Ocean's part. He's probably singing his own part in the crowd too.
yeah.
And my favorite song from this album is 911 Mr. Lonely, and then probably See You Again. I know it's so basic, but
I'll see you against fire. Me and Matt used to bond over that.
boredom. There's a lot of songs. We're definitely going to talk about Blonde eventually, and we'll talk about that.
Flower Boys just takes me back to like the summer before we started college. So like it was mad changes going on and shit. So it was like weird.
Look, I love Flower Boy, but Igor's better in my opinion. Look. Well, I'll get on the discussion and tell you my Igor side because Igor's not the topic right now. But Igor, I think, as a whole, is better.
I could agree with you, but I think Igor as a whole, I think it honestly it could go down as a classic in 10 years with the way it's looking right now. I think Igor's a better album, but I definitely prefer Flower Boy. I'm gonna get made fun of on the internet for this, but Flower Boy is what put me on Tyler the Creator. It put me on Rex Orange County. It put me on Cali Uchis. What are you gonna say? Are you gonna say something?
Get him out. Get him out.
Up. Yeah, but I mean, like the 3-song stretch from Where This Flower Blooms goes right into See You Again, and then goes to Who Dat Boy. I mean, that's a legendary stretch of songs. Honestly,
I
just hit my knee. It hurt. But
oh wait, no. Yeah, no. See You Again. See You Again when they do it live, when Cali Uchis and Tyler play it live with just the piano. That's so sick.
I
Like,
can't
they've done
fog
it
no,
tons
that
of times.
video is sick.
The one with Steve Lacy too is sick.
Yeah.
No, yeah, this album is so good. I don't know. This was definitely one like I listened to Tyler's stuff beforehand, but this one kind of made me like change directions and kind of focus more on his music. As I think this is a time where like Converse, he signed like a Converse deal and was releasing music, and he always had the Odd Future stuff going on. So this album definitely changed the whole. I think you guys can fill in if I can't say spit the word out before you do.
Yeah, I
This
think.
put Tyler way more in the mainstream than he ever was.
Yeah, and wasn't this like his first album that like he kind of changed his style too? Because he was like on that Odd Future shit for like the longest time.
It like changed the industry, and like people say this on Twitter all the time, and I totally agree. Like he changed the industry, and he did it his way. He didn't do it any other way. He did it his way, and he didn't change his music because he wanted to become mainstream. I think he changed it, and he's forced his fans to not force his fans, but like his fans have always backed his music, and they always will, and therefore has made everyone else in the industry like it and kind of go with it. And it's good music, regardless of what type of era he's in. Odd Future, Flower Boy, or Igor. I've always enjoyed Tyler's.
Agreed. And he produces a ton of. I don't know if it's the whole album like he did on Igor, but he produces at least most of the album on Flower Boy too. He has underrated production chops, I think.
Wait, hold up. Something we did not talk about. The Little Uzi. Oh wait, did you guys listen to it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I listened to it.
Okay, that's something I forgot to. I put it in the playlist, but I forgot. I don't know.
I thought that shit was mid.
Yeah, it was mid. He was trying to use the baby voice.
Yeah, I don't know what was up with that. Do they have fake beef? Like, are they cool now?
He
It
tweeted
was
today.
definitely.
No, he tweeted today that they're good. He said,
Yeah, they were
hold up.
like they're saying "I love you" to each
Yeah,
other.
they're saying I love you. They're definitely like dating. They're definitely like together in bed with their like feet hanging up like this.
Oh, so like how you were on the first episode, belly down, feet up.
Listen, I was tired, man. Okay. Not up. Ain't easy. Ain't easy running a podcast, man.
Kind of a hot take on Uzi. I feel like he definitely wouldn't. I don't know if I said this last episode, but he definitely wouldn't be as popular if he dropped as regularly as he is now. Kind of.
Yeah, I agree 100%.
I mean, like,
so much music now. I feel like
yeah,
that's why Cardi's kind of. I mean, as much as I want Cardi to drop, he's building so much like hype for his fucking album and just him in general. Like, so
people are gonna. There's gonna be some group of people who thinks it's good because they haven't heard new shit from him in what 2 years now. Yeah,
so it's gonna be nuts.
So yeah, I think that's we didn't cover all the new music, but that's most of the music that we have. We all listen to and we all have like notes on. But now on to a spotlight artist thing where we're gonna try to cover a new artist that doesn't get as much, doesn't have as many followers, doesn't have as much recognition, and we're going to listen to the music. I'm gonna put in a playlist, and we're all gonna have our own take on it. And this week I chose two artists and picked one. The next week will probably be Frank putting in like two or whatever. But we're gonna try to minimize it to one so we all get a good listen at their music. But I think Dan put 4 for Mir Fontaine. I put 2 for Luke Diamond and 3 for Binky. And I think we can start off with I'll start off with Binky. One of my favorite. I think he has like 5 or 6 songs out, but definitely one of my favorite type of styles out right now. It's definitely like poppy. It's just very.
My bad.
Like Seasick is probably one of my favorite songs of the past year that I've listened. Seasick, it's something where I've always like from the jump, I've always like bopped my head to it. I've always like wanted to dance to it. I don't know. It's definitely my type of music. I don't know what you guys think.
is not my favorite, but I could definitely see the appeal to it to someone out there. If you're kind of like Matt and you like more the indie, like I guess bedroom pop shit, not in a negative connotation in any way, definitely not. But yeah, I mean, if you like that stuff, you'll definitely like this.
The thing is, like, the Binky's not even like bedroom pop at all. It's just like he has a bunch of synths in it. Like he's just like it's more of a vibe, more of like less mellow, more of upbeat. So I don't
Mhm.
even know if it would count as like bedroom pop, but I could be wrong. I could be talking out of my ass for all I know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm no expert, so can't really say.
Frank, what do you think about the I think I put like 3 songs in there for Binky.
For Fontaine, I
I
wasn't
said
crazy
Binky.
about Binky. I didn't listen to Binky. Oh, wait, Luke
Check
Diamond?
my-
Are you talking about Luke Diamond?
No, I said Binky, bro. Seasick, hey baby, wiggle.
That one, I listened to the other one, Luke Diamond. I didn't listen to Binky.
Shake my head. All right, we'll just move on. We'll move on to Mir Fontaine then. Mir Fontaine, a little background story. I went to Rolling Loud with Frank, and Dan knew about me going to Rolling Loud, and we were texting about it. And beforehand, he was like, "Yo, go to this guy's set, Mir Fontaine." And I ended up dragging Frank and our friends there to Mir Fontaine, and I was texting him about this one song. I didn't know what it was, obviously, because I don't listen to his music, and I didn't listen to it at the time. And it was Bodega. And right when I was adding music to his songs, and I was listening to like just little previews of it, Bodega was the one I was like, "Yo, this is my favorite song from him." Yeah, that's a little background story on Mir Fontaine.
Mir Fontaine's a bit of a local legend for people my age around my area in South Jersey. I mean, like he'll go around to people's Sweet 16s and perform there. I mean, you'll catch him at Chick-fil-A. I mean, he was a lot of his songs were like the soundtrack to my area's high school years. So I guess that's kind of why I have more of a connection to him. I mean, like I know I played hockey, so when we would have a late away game, we would come back on the bus. It's dark out. We would blast a speaker. We would turn on Space Jam, and everyone on the bus would be singing that shit. Everyone knew all the words. So, I mean, I just love Mir Fontaine's music. It's cool just because he's a local guy. He doesn't have a lot of recognition, so I figured it'd be cool to shout him out in here.
Yeah, Bodega, like I can sing to like the chorus every single time it comes on. Like it's so catchy. Like I don't know. It's very like vibey.
He's a pretty talented singer too, I think.
Underrated, definitely. Like I feel like people wouldn't find that as a strong suit, but it definitely highlights when he does it.
Does it better than DaBaby does it.
Frank, what'd you have on Mir?
Yeah, I really like the song Frank Ocean. Bro, the way he said the everyday shit,
Yes, I had that
Yeah.
written down too.
that was fucking nuts. That was really what stood out for me. That song's fire.
It brought you back to like when we were listening to Nights in our dorm. And then Space Jam. Like so this was a little different, I felt like, because it was a slower song, but I still like the chorus of the song. Like I've realized looking at the notes now, I like most of his chorus. But like yeah, like Frank Ocean reminded me a lot of Bodega and like it had like the same type of beat and tempo type beat. So it was definitely a fun listen. Like I, even from Rolling Loud, I remember he said something about Trent. He said something about Jersey. Oh, he said the Jersey Jungle in one of the lyrics for one of the songs.
Oh
Right?
yeah, the jungle is like one of his catchphrases.
Yeah, and I texted Dan. I was like, "Oh, like, is he from Jersey?" Like, yeah, he's from Jersey.
He's from Camden. That shit is that's the trenches. That's the gutter. That's the jungle.
You have Camden. I have Patterson, and Frank. He's already living in.
All right. Well, Park Hill's pretty bad. I'll leave it at that.
Someone's got to plug in. Another artist that I have and I put in is Luke Diamond. So actually, I didn't tell Frank this, but I don't know if he saw my notes either. But Luke Diamond, Frank actually saw Luke Diamond. I don't know if you remember.
Say that one more time.
You actually saw Luke Diamond live once. I don't know if you remember, but you did.
Gus Dapperton.
Yeah. Okay. So you do remember.
I thought his face looked familiar.
Yeah, he's a guitarist for the opening act, Spencer.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
I remember
So-
I remember that.
We actually saw him waiting in line. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
He like came over. His friends were like right next to us, and he came over to us. Not us, but he came over to his friends, and he was around us. And then he just like went back inside. We're like, "Yo, who the hell is that guy?" And then like looking at our notes now, it's Luke Diamond. But I put his 2-song thing on it, and it's called the first one's called "Can't Won't" or "Can't Want." What is it?
Can't won't.
Can't Want. Okay, I thought maybe that was a typo. I thought the bass lines were pretty good. It was very punchy. And I wonder if Spencer helped out because I know Spencer with the bass when he performs live. So I wonder if he helped out writing this track. And I have that we first saw Luke Diamond, me and Frank together, Gus. And I think his vocals fit in nice. It's very, I wouldn't say different, but you can tell he has his own little style and it fits like the low type.
I thought it had a Dominic Fike vibe.
Yeah, it definitely has a guitar type. It fits. His vocals fits in nice, and then the synths at the end of "Can't Fit in."
Just lost we just lost you.
Yeah, we lost you.
What'd you guys hear?
Not that last part. You're good now though.
I just said Frank. You got anything on it?
Oh, I don't know if it's just me, but he kind of reminded me of Ryan Beatty.
Like physical wise or
No.
sound?
Like sound.
Okay, because they're both like blonde. Well, Ryan Beatty used to have blonde hair too. No, I guess his voice did a little bit when he did a little bit of falsetto, but I could hear that. Do you guys have anything on the second song?
Yeah, I like the second song a lot. I thought it kind of sounded like a better version of the Gus single we were talking about earlier.
Oh yeah,
I don't-
they definitely collabed on that song. Or Gus maybe, I don't know. All I know, he could have.
Yeah, I feel like that's what Gus's song probably should have been more like, rather than what it ended up turning out to be. I really like the chords on the song too, and I liked how Victor came in on the song too. And one line that was pretty weird was, "She don't care about me. She looked like ODB." I guess referring to Old Dirty Bastard from Wu-Tang. I don't really know what that meant. I guess she was ugly, but whatever.
Tell me something I don't know. Spend your time in Soho. I thought I had that as a notable lyric because that's when he kind of went into his own. Like he it kind of made me get like closer to ice cream, kind of listen closely because I don't know, it caught my attention. But the Victor Internet feature is really cool on this, and Victor Internet is one of the like artists that I like as well. So I thought it would be interesting to see what you guys thought about that. What do you have on that one, or Dan, Frank?
I thought Victor Internet's feature was probably the highlight of the two songs. I thought him mixed with the chords that were on Buzz meshed really well.
All right, Frank.
I feel like just seeing him live, like performing these songs, would be pretty sick, especially the second song.
No, yeah, it would definitely have a different type of sound, maybe live, but
10 times better. I feel like.
Victor Internet is pretty cool, and he's a topic of discussion that I wanted to bring up because he this week he started a foundation. It's called BARF. Let me look it up on his Instagram. Pretty much from what I briefly read about it was that he started this thing called BARF, and it stands for Big Ass Artist Relief. And he put $2,500 of his own money, and it says, "I grew up borrowing equipment and I didn't have the funds to make my ideas come to life. I'd like to change this for other people going through the same thing at home during COVID-19. So I invented BARF." And it's yeah, big ass artistic relief fund. And I think that's pretty nice, and I think it's like a nice touch. And he's not like the biggest artist. He has 26,000 followers on Instagram. Like, yeah, he's getting there, and he released a project not so long ago. But it was definitely nice seeing him do that, and a lot of people signing up. And yeah, that was just that's why I wanted to include him so bad in that Luke Diamond thing too. So is that it on everything?
Yeah, I think we covered it all.
I lied. Don Tolliver.
Don Tolliver. Yeah, I just saw that.
Don Tolliver, Chop Not Slop. What do I have on that?
I didn't like it.
Really?
Yeah.
Frank?
I like the original better, but I still like this.
Whoa.
It's just a different. I feel like they're both very like chill vibes coming from the songs. Just obviously, like they put the Houston twist on it. They put the Chop Not Slop shit. I feel like usually that shit always ruins fucking songs. Like, I don't know what the fuck makes people want to listen to that shit, but
Okay.
I could see myself listening to this like on a late night drive or whatever.
On a late night, cruising down, windows down, this song hits. But no idea the song by itself, really catchy. I like it, but this version made me bump, like made me like the song a little more, like the original. But it made me appreciate the song a little more, and I think that Chop Not Slopped, even though it's like slowed down and you hear like the screws and stuff, it allows them to put an emphasis on parts or lyrics that they want us to. So that's a big reason why I'm kind of for these type of things. And it's not like
I don't even know if he put it out there like through it. He definitely like put it on his Instagram story, but like he didn't make that big of a deal out of it. But I don't know. I liked it. I liked Cardigan. Cardigan probably was my favorite one. But also on the regular album is probably my favorite one too.
in the beginning, like I usually don't like the screw sounds, like the scratching sounds from like the records. But on this one I actually really did like, so that was it for me.
The main reason why I didn't like it, I just thought this remix kind of took away from Don Tolliver's voice, which I really think is like his best quality, like by far. That was just my main gripe with it.
But like his melodies are really good.
Yeah,
Like,
I know, but I still think his voice is way more of an asset to him than his melodies because it's so distinct and so unique.
Yeah, no. Okay, I see your point, but like I think the part of it's different. It's the same, but it's also different because of the emphasis that they get to put on different.
Yeah,
But,
that's true.
Yeah, that's we just covered a lot today. We also did we did a Moonwater interview with my friend Mike that we're probably going to be releasing later on, either during this week or during next week. But we have that coming as well, a full interview, 40-minute interview with him. And yeah, hopefully we're going to be able to cover songs that we missed from this past Friday into next week. And yeah, any last words, any final thoughts of any news for this past weekend? One last point of discussion we wanted to talk about was we got DM'd by Kevin Abstract. And you guys can talk about it first because I woke up late and I was the last one to find out.
I mean, it was like 9 a.m. I was like squinting my eyes looking at my phone, like, what the fuck does this say? I see Kevin Abstract wants to message you. I was like, it can't be the real Kevin Abstract, right? I go on there, I look at the message request, see the blue check mark, I geek the fuck out. I screenshot it, I sent it to the chat. Me and Frank are jizzing ourselves over it. And then Matt doesn't wake up for another 2 hours to sit. So I guess you can give your point of view on that.
That was I teared up. Yes, I'm gonna say this. I teared up, but that was ridiculous because I literally thought it was a fucking prank.
Nah, I'm not gonna lie. I really thought it was a fucking prank at first. I thought you were fucking with us, but like, there was just too much shit to like for it to be fake. Like the blue check, like it didn't look doctored. Like I was like, this shit's fucking happening right now. It's wild.
It looks so like it literally look going through the screen record right now. He said, "This is dope. Keep going." On the bottom it says accept, delete, or block. Like, bro, we had to accept it. Like on the first day when we first put it on our Instagrams and stuff, Dan tags him and miraculously he looks at our posts like fucking nuts.
It's like you were saying before. I feel like he's doing that because he wanted someone to do that to him when he was coming up doing music and shit.
Yeah.
That's why when I first thought of it, I was like, this is inspiration to keep going and keep doing this. And whichever way we're gonna do it, we should keep doing this. And yeah, it more of an like it was just inspiration. And we're very, very thankful for him to even message us and look at that post. And hopefully we sent a message back. Hopefully he responds, and hopefully we can get him on, and hopefully he sees this. But
what would you even do if he responded to that? I don't even know what I would do.
I'd actually like
to get a second response and then to get him on here, bro. I would.
If we got him on here, that would be the biggest fish we'd ever catch in a million years.
Matt was like, "Yo, if he even retweets your thing, you'll blow up." And I'm like, "That's so true." Like, even if he just liked it, I'm sure we'll get tons of followers.
Yeah,
just from that.
It's crazy.
I mean, later at night, I was just talking to Dan. I was like, "Yo, this literally feels fucking fake. Like, it does not feel real."
Like I said it feels like when LeBron texts you in 2K. That's exactly what it felt like.
I'll put that screenshot right over our faces when I'm editing it.
It don't even feel like this is happening right now. Like, you know,
it's just cool because like we just started and it just kind of shows us that like we don't do this for like an audience and no one, like people actually see our shit and like interact with our stuff too.
Yeah.
3 downloads from the Philippines.
Yeah.
Flex.
International.
Mr. Worldwide. 305.
Fuck Pitbull. All right. Well,
a lot of Miles Powell buzz going across the internet. Little Seton Hall alum now. Getting Dwayne Wade and who else was it? Swaggy P recognition?
Yeah, it was Swaggy P.
That's pretty dope. I don't know why he wouldn't get drafted.
I actually have I put the screenshots in our group. I think Dwayne Wade commented on a BR Hoops post, and I think like Miles Powell commented all love back. And
I think
Swaggy. What?
No, go ahead.
And I think Swaggy P said, "How can a man score X amount of points and still not be considered first round, even though I get he's a senior, but Miles Powell drops buckets."
Yeah, I mean, and like 3-point shooting is something that like literally every team in the league could use more of. Like you're never gonna have like enough 3-point shooting, and that's he moves off the ball really well. He can shoot in traffic. He can get to the rim too. He kind of reminds me of, I mean, I don't want to disrespect him. No disrespect to JJ Redick, but he seems like JJ Redick, except like a little more focused on defense, even though he's a little shorter.
I think his ride is very different as well because I know he was like a chubbier guy throughout high school. So
they show that on every national broadcast the Seton Hall's on. They show the before and after pictures of Miles Powell.
But that's what I think. Like I think he knows he can do it all because he's had the experience of being a big guy and now he's a guard, and so he can really use that as an asset when he goes to the NBA and gets drafted. And I think he really should be a first round pick, but obviously we're also a little biased because we all saw him live eventually once in our lives. And we saw him make some crazy 3-point shot at least once.
He borrowed your pen and glass, didn't he?
Let's not talk that today.
A little big time.
Is that a true story?
Yeah, I had it was the semester I went back to Seton Hall. He sat like in front of me and we needed to do a sign-in sheet. And so he borrowed my pen. And yeah, that's just how the story goes. And that was it.
You still have the pen?
I think he still has a pen.
So he stole your pen.
I'm not gonna call it stealing. More like borrowing.
Don't
Borrowing.
cancel him, bro.
More like borrowing. Yeah, Frank wants to be like, yo, he stole your pen, right?
Yeah, Matt, why are you blushing?
Sweating
I'm
a
not,
little.
I'm not.
Yeah. Is it
I'm
hot
not-
in there?
It's a sweater, man. Sweater. Leave me alone.
Yeah, I bet.
Well, now this is actually all right.
Got NFL draft. Maybe we could save that for next week. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean it's still going on now, right? Or no, all the drafts are done today.
Today was the last day.
Yeah, I mean Redskins got Chase Young. The Eagles got Jalen Hurts, right?
Yeah, it's fucking stupid.
And Giants got no lineman.
Giants got Andrew Thomas, I think his name was, but third ranked offensive tackle they're taking in the first round, which makes no sense to me. When they had Isaiah Simmons on the board, who could
All right, you guys said something similar about Danny Dimes, and now look at all you guys.
I don't think Danny Dimes is the answer, honestly.
He had a good couple of games. You can't say you can't rule him out.
It's better than Dwayne Haskins.
That's where we're ending it.
Matt, how does it feel to know that every single one of your sports teams sucks?
Oh, Dodgers are good. Clippers are good.
Sick. You from LA?
No,
Didn't think so.
I can't even say anything about Frank but the Giants do play in New Jersey, so
Yeah, but they're not called the New Jersey Giants. They're called the New York Giants. So
they've always played in New Jersey.
that's not my problem.
Well, we're never gonna agree on this, so we'll just call this an episode. Thank you guys for listening to us cover everything, and we didn't get many stories in today, just a few, but most of it was technical. But we're gonna be getting in the Moonwater interview soon, and yeah, thank you for tuning in this week.
Peace.
See it.